Overtrading is not a strategy problem, it's a brain problem. And it's also a problem that most of us have already or will experience at some point throughout our career, and it can feel almost impossible to overcome. You see, you're not overtrading because you see too many opportunities within the market. No, you're overtrading because your brain is constantly looking for stimulation and dopamine. I'm Malik, and this is Kraken Pro Sessions. In this video, we're going to talk about the two most common psychological mistakes that I see between traders, and that is overtrading and impulsive behavior. You see, every single time you open a trade, meaning you click buy or sell, well then your brain releases dopamine. Think of it like scrolling one more time on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels right before going to bed. You see, when you take a win in trading, right, your brain releases dopamine. But what most people don't understand is that the exact same process happens whenever you take a loss. The same exact chemical is being released from your brain, and that creates a problem. Why? Well, because you are now trading within a loop. Your brain doesn't care whether you win or lose, and that's a problem within itself. Well, I've been in your exact shoes before, and yeah, I'm a victim of scrolling on TikTok myself. But in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to overcome it, because we can learn to work with it instead of that working against us. You see, there's one thing that you and me have in common, and that is we're both humans. And humans, right, throughout history have loved to be in control. When you do nothing, right, when you sit there and you simply monitor price action, well then that feels like being out of control. And in trading, if you want to find any success, well then you're going to do a whole lot of nothing. So when you see a market moving, right, maybe you told yourself, you know, I expect today's market to move higher, and it does so, and you realize, wait, I'm not in a trade. You immediately feel discomfort. Now, when you then decide to hop on into that trade, right, finally click that buy button, well, then you feel back in control. You've left that area of discomfort and you are now comfortable. And that's even if it's a bad trade. Okay, you know damn well that you're supposed to follow a set of rules, but your brain doesn't really care. All it cares about is being stimulated. But that might not be your biggest problem. You see, most people have something and do something that ruins their P&L far more than anything I've just covered. Another massive issue that a lot of traders face when it comes to overtrading is that loss recovery instinct. After you've taken a loss, your brain wants to fix that immediately. Why? Because it has been proven wrong. And if there's one thing the human brain does not like, it is being proven wrong. Your brain hates discomfort and it hates uncertainty, and that is exactly what a loss brings you. So what do most traders do? They take another trade, they up their size, and they lower their standards. And they do all of that just to feed their ego, keep themselves satisfied, and make sure that they are not outside of their comfort zones. You see, soon after, and especially if that trade turns out to be a loss, you're gonna feel like crap because you know you've just broken every single rule in your book. And let me tell you this from experience, if you plan on making this your lifelong career, well then you simply cannot let your market performance affect you in your day-to-day life. When you leave your office, you put everything in there, your emotions, your trading, your P&L, because if you bring it outside of the office, you are inevitably, first of all, going to be an incredibly annoying person to be around, and second of all, you're going to face burnout sooner or later. And after I've told you all these things here, it becomes crystal clear why trading is statistically one of the hardest businesses to succeed in. It is literally wired against you. It's predictable behavior driven by your biology. You're not meant to win in this industry, but we can change that, right? You've entered a trade that you knew you shouldn't have. You've entered a trade that went against every single rule in your playbook. You've also taken a trade because you hadn't taken a trade in a while, right? You open up your journal and you come to find out, wait, I haven't taken a trade in like 3 days. I have to take something. And you've also jumped right back in after a loss only to feed your ego because you simply didn't want to be proven wrong. Despite what most people might think, it is not a lack of knowledge, okay? It is a lack of control. So what's the solution to this massive problem? How do we make sure that our brains are working with us instead of against us? The first step, and the first thing you have to understand, is the fact that your P&L is a direct reflection of your environment. You see, your environment, your habits, and what you do outside of the market has a direct impact on your performance. That means in order to fix your trading, you have to fix your life. That means develop habits that is based around discipline, such as going to the gym, right? Eating a nice diet, making sure your bed is done in the morning, cleaning up your office, cleaning up your house, making sure that you consistently enforce discipline within your day-to-day life. Next in line, which isn't obvious to me, is to avoid dopamine killers. Stop scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube late at night. And I'm not saying you can never watch a TikTok again. I'm just saying try to limit your use. Because the entire goal here, whether you believe it or not, is to enter the market in a state of boredom. So develop some sort of morning routine that can put you in a state of peace, right? Get rid of all these annoying thoughts, get rid of all this stimulation that you're constantly receiving, and learn how to approach the market from a bored state of mind. Right? You just want to be as neutral as possible. You see, when people have analyzed the biggest losses from the biggest traders, there's a clear pattern. In many cases, before the trade even began, right, there was something off. Again, that could be bad sleep, an illness, an argument with the wife, something the trader didn't even realize had an actual impact. These are small things, right? It's something that happens in most of our lives almost on a daily basis. And I want to give you this final takeaway, okay? Because there's something that I recognize between new traders that is really just killing their careers before they've even really started. And it's a simple problem. They listen to too many people on social media. First of all, they fake their results entirely. So you using them or comparing yourself to them is a waste of time 99% of the time because everything on the internet can be faked. Secondly, when you look at somebody who just succeeded on the day where you lost, that is simply the biggest and fastest gateway to overtrading. What also happens is that some trader has a profitable system. Right? They might not realize it yet, but they are working with a system that actually works. But then, inevitably, they jump on YouTube and they see their favorite influencer creating a new strategy that seems so appealing. And you, as a result, now doubt an otherwise profitable system and turn it into a negative simply because you listen to a random guy on the internet. And here's a simple truth, right? A lot of people don't know this, they don't like to accept it. Trading is very, very subjective. There's essentially no right or wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you now understand the reason why you find yourself overtrading and taking these random trades when you know you shouldn't. In this video, we've covered what overtrading actually means and how to overcome it, and we've done the exact same for how to control your impulse behavior. Now, in the next video, you're going to figure out exactly how to combat revenge trading and how to deal with losses appropriately. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, well then make sure to subscribe to the Kraken YouTube channel. And always remember, own lane, own pace, own way. Thank you for watching. This was Malik, and I will see you in the next episode.